Once upon a time, in the 100-acre wood, Pooh was feeling down. He had woken up that morning feeling out of sorts, and as the day had gone on, things had only gotten worse. He had stubbed his toe on the way to the kitchen, spilled honey all over his shirt at breakfast, and then got lost on his way to visit Eeyore. Today was a difficult day, said Pooh to himself as he trudged back towards his own home. He couldn't quite put his finger on why he was feeling so low, but everything seemed to be going wrong. As he approached his front door, he saw Piglet waiting for him on his doorstep. "Do you want to talk about it?" asked Piglet softly. Pooh was surprised, but also relieved. He had been feeling so alone, and it was comforting to know that Piglet was there for him. "No," said Pooh after a bit. "No, I don't think I do." "That's okay," said Piglet, and he came and sat beside his friend. "Sometimes it's hard to talk about what's bothering us, but I'm here if you need me." Pooh felt a rush of gratitude towards Piglet. He had always known that Piglet was a kind and caring friend, but at that moment he realized how lucky he was to have him. "What are you doing?" asked Pooh, trying to distract himself from his own gloomy thoughts. "Nothing, really," said Piglet. "Only I know what difficult days are like. I quite often don't feel like talking about it on my difficult days either. But goodness, difficult days are so much easier when you know you've got someone there for you. And I'll always be here for you, Pooh." Pooh felt a warm glow inside. He knew that Piglet meant what he said, and that he could count on him no matter what. And so they sat there together, Pooh lost in his thoughts, while Piglet swung his little legs and hummed a tune. It was a peaceful moment, and Pooh felt grateful for the simple pleasures of friendship. As the hours passed, Pooh slowly began to open up to Piglet. He told him about his worries and fears, about the things that had been weighing on his mind. And Piglet listened, nodding and making sympathetic noises. At that moment, Pooh felt a weight lifted from his shoulders. He had been carrying around his worries and fears all day, but now that he had shared them with Piglet, they didn't seem so daunting anymore. And as Pooh sat there, working through in his head his difficult day, while the solid, reliable Piglet sat next to him quietly, swinging his little legs, he thought that his best friend had never been more right. Difficult days were easier when you had someone there for you, and he was lucky to have a Piglet. As the sun began to set over the 100-acre wood, Pooh and Piglet said their goodbyes. Pooh felt lighter and happier than he had all day, and he knew that he owed it all to his friend. "Thank you, Piglet," he said, hugging him tightly. "You're the best friend a bear could ask for." Piglet smiled, his eyes twinkling with affection. "Any time, Pooh," he said. "That's what friends are for." And with that, they parted ways, each feeling a little more content than they had before. It was a simple moment, but one that reminded them of the power of friendship and the importance of being there for each other through the difficult days and the happy ones. As Pooh walked home, he couldn't help but reflect on the day he had just experienced. It had started off so poorly, with everything going wrong and him feeling alone and lost. But now, after spending time with Piglet, he felt like things were going to be okay. As he walked, he noticed that the trees were beginning to change color, signaling the approach of autumn. He had always loved this time of year, with its crisp air and colorful leaves. And now, with the comfort of Piglet's friendship, he felt even more ready to embrace the season. When he arrived back at his home, he found a surprise waiting for him. Kanga and Roo had stopped by, bringing with them a basket of freshly baked cookies. "Hello, Pooh," said Kanga cheerfully. "We heard that you had a bit of a tough day, and we wanted to do something to cheer you up." Pooh felt his heart swell with gratitude. He had always appreciated the kindness of his friends, and their thoughtful gestures never failed to make him feel better. As they sat together, enjoying the warmth of the fire and the sweetness of the cookies, Pooh felt a sense of contentment wash over him. He knew that life would always have its difficult days, but as long as he had friends like Piglet, Kanga, and Roo, he would be able to face them with grace and resilience. And as the night wore on, they laughed and chatted and enjoyed each other's company. For Pooh, it was a reminder of the simple pleasures of life and of the fact that sometimes all you needed was the comfort of good friends to make everything better. As the night drew to a close, Pooh hugged each of his friends tightly. "Thank you," he said. "Thank you for being here for me, for making me feel better, and for reminding me of the power of friendship." And with that, they said their goodbyes, each feeling a bit happier and more content than they had before. As Pooh crawled into bed that night, he felt a sense of peace wash over him. He knew that tomorrow might bring its own set of challenges, but for now, he was content to bask in the warmth of his friends' love and support. And as he closed his eyes and drifted off to sleep, he couldn't help but feel grateful for the gift of friendship and for the knowledge that regardless of what the future held, he would always have people he could count on. The moral of this story is that difficult days are an inevitable part of life, but having good friends who are there for you can make all the difference. When we face challenges and struggles, it's easy to feel alone and lost, but the comfort and support of friends can help us find our way back to happiness and contentment. This story reminds us of the power of friendship and the importance of being there for one another, especially during times of hardship. By reaching out to others and offering a helping hand or a listening ear, we can make a positive impact on the lives of those around us and build stronger, more resilient communities. The end. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing for more videos like this from this channel. We love you.